All right. Maybe good morning YouTube and good morning TikTok. You're watching live with LWL Lindsay with love, and today is Friday, April 25th, 2025. Holy cow, we are already 4 months into 2025. Are you moving and grooving toward your dreams and your goals, or are you just sitting around doing nothing? That is what we are talking about today, and we are going to talk about how to get unstuck. I'm going to explain to you guys too an astrological kind of perspective of growth. I think it's going to be quite interesting. VIP Deborah is in the house. Good morning, VIP Deborah. If your fingers are free and you plan on sticking around for the show, can you do this a billion times on the screen? Liking really does help, I think. Anyway, TikTok tell my 35,000+ followers that we are here and we are live. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Sarah on YouTube. All right. So you guys know I sometimes, I'm on an email list by this man named Tim Denning. He's a New Zealander, I think. I think he's from New Zealand or maybe Australia, one of the two. I think New Zealand though. And he is all about moving and grooving in your life. He's like a productive type of guy, and I like his kind of no BS manner. And so I'm on his email list. And of course he writes about here's why 99% of people stay stuck for their whole lives. So we're going to talk about it today a little bit. I'm going to give a little bit of a Lindsay spin as I always do. Good morning, VIP Catherine. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you, VIP Deborah. Good morning, VIP Aaron. Welcome to the show. So we're going to talk about it a little bit, his perspective, but I do want to share this idea around what I've learned from an astrological perspective that I think is going to be kind of eye-opening for some people and quite interesting, in my opinion, right? So maybe we'll start with my viewpoint first, and then if we have time to go into his information, we will. Good morning, VIP Jamie. I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute since I've seen you. I know that you are a busy lady, so I hope you're doing well. A productive lady, not busy, productive. All right. So, ooh, that coffee is very hot. First, Deborah, we need to take a deep breath in through the nose, belly nice and full. Letting it go to the mouth. Just having crazy dreams last night, you guys. I was having crazy dreams. I was like, oh. There was moments where I woke up from my dreams and I was like, get out of this dream. I am done. This is not real. Like, please let me out. Who is he again? Tim Denning, VIP Aaron. Tim Denning. I've actually taken 2 of his master classes now at this point, so I've invested $200 into Tim Denning, and I would say that I will get my 100 times back. 100 times from his 2 master classes that I've taken so far. They're business master classes, of course. Okay, the first thing I'd like to talk about is the loop. Been thinking about you, agree. Where have you been, Jamie? VIP Aaron says, Jamie, where have you been, girl? We miss you. But I know everyone has life. So cute! The little doggy kisses. My little girl is finally, like, you guys, Pippi is on, this healing journey still. I don't know at this point if it's like a habit or if it's just her being bratty and like not using her leg, but her muscles are finally building up in her left leg where she had surgery. It's been almost a year and she still has serious atrophy. She has like one really, we joke about it, she has a chicken leg and she has a turkey leg. Because she's just got this tiny little leg and then this like beefy one because she keeps hopping on it. And I'm like, girl, stop hopping on your leg. Nikki's in the house. Hey, Nikki, good morning. Welcome to the show. VIP Jamie says, I spent too much time scrolling on TikTok and now I'm crying over random dogs. Oh, no. The second that I get to a sad video, I'm like, that's when it has to stop. I cannot be crying on TikTok. I just can't. Lala says, I always get what I want. Same girl. VIP Jamie says, also, I'm in the pit of despair the last few weeks. LOL, I'll turn it around. Well, drop in, Jamie, to the Cosmic Collective. You guys know Cosmic Collective members. We are chatting today at 10 a.m. right after the show. And Jamie, join us. We are here to help you and support you feeling better. All right. So in the world of astrology, there's something quite interesting that I don't know if many people recognize or understand that this is what it is. Aries starts the first house. And if you guys don't need to know a lot about astrology, just tap in. Just hear what I'm saying, right? You don't need to know about astrology. I'm going to explain it to you. So Aries starts the first house, which is the I am. It's your entrance into the world. And then you go into Taurus, the second house, and you start to collect your gifts and your talents. And then you go into Gemini, the third house, and you start to communicate and start to ask why. And then you go into the fourth house of Cancer, and that's you're building your energetic foundation now. You're building your security. I'm cool with who I am. I have a family, I have a foundation, I have a home. And then you go into the fifth house, and now I get to be expressive. I can express myself because I'm secure with who I am. So now I can express myself and be creative and enjoy life. And then I go into my sixth house of work. Now I'm working, I have health routines, I am responsible with my work and my health, so I'm a contributing member to our collective. And that's all kind of the bottom half is like who you are. It's building your character. And then you move into the 7th house of relationships. Now I have to use what I know about me and go out and make friends, find a lover, find a business partner. And then you go into the 8th house and you merge. The 8th house is very much connected to the 7th, where you're merging your energy with somebody else to grow and evolve yourself. But not only that, but to grow and help evolve somebody else, right? So it's very much a merging of energies for the good of the group, for the good of the partnership, and putting aside the ego desires. And then you go into the 9th house, and now you can expand your life and you open yourself up to bigger ideas and things and cultures and people and religions and laws, and you expand the mind, which expands the abundance. And then you go into your 10th house of career, your social reputation in the world, or your business if you're a business owner. And that brings you to your 11th house of groups and organizations you belong to, the friends you have, colleagues, the business networks, the social networks you have, money from your 10th house of career, and how you are as an authentic being really stepping into your role of service to others, not service to self. So now you're kind of looking from the 5th house of creativity. I'm super creative. This is my self-expression. And I'm using that energy in the 11th house to be a really powerful person to help raise the frequency of the planet. And then you go into the 12th house where your dreams and your wishes are fulfilled. Okay? It's a beautiful circle. And then what happens? And then what happens? Now you have a whole identity, right? That's a whole identity. That's the whole pie. And then, because your dreams and your wishes have been fulfilled, your manifestation has come to life, you now have a new desire. So you bring yourself back to the 1st house of who I am, my new desire. This is my new desire, and these are my gifts and talents for this new desire. And this is how I communicate my new desire. And this is the energy that I'm putting out as far as an energetic foundation, my home, my family, my new desire. And this is how I creatively express my new desire. And these are the work and health routines I create to do all these things with my new desire. You're forming a new identity. This is a really beautiful understanding if you're stuck understanding how manifestation really works. You're creating the identity, you're putting it out to the world, you're getting what you want. You create the identity, putting it out to the world, working with people, expanding, career, whatever, get what you want. And it's just zoom, zoom. And it's not a circle, it's a spiral, right? Because you're growing and you're growing and you're growing. Isn't that really cool? So if you feel stuck, I would ask you, where are you at in the cycle? So you can start to get unstuck there. That's really powerful, you guys. It's really powerful. All right. VIP James says, oh, there is a beautiful smile in the sky for everyone tonight. Amen to that. We have a new moon coming up in 2 days. Grandma Mary Ann, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Very cool, Lala says. Yeah, so let's tap in. Oh, I got a squirrel. Jamie, I missed your squirrel, but thank you for the squirrel. Yeah, big hugs to you, Jamie, VIP Jamie. Okay, so for those of you that this resonates with, this makes sense. This is astrology like 101, but most people don't think of astrology as a transformational tool. But if you were to actually implement the knowledge you have from your astrology, from your birth chart, from my transit videos that I post every week, every month, if you were to actually like tap in and listen to the advice that is given, in other words, this is what you can do with the potential energy in the sky that is happening for you, not to you, for you. This is how you could use that energy. Boom, you are going to transform your life every single time. But a lot of people, especially like when they're first starting off with astrology or they're not that serious about transforming their lives, it's a fun entertainment tool. I can understand that. Because if you're really tapped into your ego, you want to know all about yourself. Makes sense. It's a win-win for me, right? Because I have people that are asleep that really just want to know about themselves, so they're interested. And I have people that are awake that want to transform their lives, so they're also interested. Go Lindsay, right? Luna Murata, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the heart me. Loved my YouTube yesterday. Well, thank you, Lala. Thanks for watching. Grandma Mary Ann, you're welcome. Bountiful Healing, welcome back to the chat. Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome, Luna. You're welcome. Well, welcome to the show. So what do you guys think? Where are you at? Does anyone want to tap in and share where they're at in the cycle? This lighting is very strange. I would say for me right now, personally, I'm kind of in the throes of like the upper part of the cycle. For right now, right? Because you guys know I'm building out the Cosmic Collective. So what is that? That's a community. That is my 10th house, career, right? Social reputation, business, because I'm a business, like technically I'm an entrepreneur, right? So that's my 10th house of career. and it trickles into the 11th house of community. So that's kind of where I'm at. And as the community grows and grows and grows, it bumps into my 12th house of wishes and dreams fulfilled, right? Manifestation complete. Check. And then you go to the next one. So I think it will always kind of be oscillating there, specifically as it relates to the cosmic collective. But what about my manifestations for other things, right? I have manifestations for other things. So where is it in that wheel? So you can look at this for, like, if you have a manifestation around love, health, wealth, those are the three major buckets, right? Love, health, wealth. So I'm working on a health manifestation, and I would say that I'm kind of in the throes of like 4 or 5 for my health manifestation, 4 or 5. And then I at 6, right? Because I'm working on the health and work routines and finding that balance and like what is the routine that really works for me in the health plan that I have for myself, the manifestation. Luna says you're at work and I love what you're what am listening to you. Huh? Luna, I think you mean you are at work and you are enjoying listening to me. Thank you for being here. I'm like, huh? What? VIP Deborah says to VIP Catherine. Oh, VIP Deborah says VIP Catherine and I were talking about this. I think I'm in the upper part of the cycle, pretty sure. Yes, Luna says. Got it, girl. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Well, any one of the parts, and don't, you guys, this is not so you can start to really intellectualize your manifestations. It's just a quick awareness tool, right? Astrology is an awareness tool. So then if you know, for example, now that you know it's a spiral, and now you know that you're just marching forward to the next house, to the next house, to the next house. Every time you're manifesting, you start with, this is who I am. I am a happy, healthy, spiritual multimillionaire, okay? And then you go all the way around, you step in your self-worth, you collect your gifts and talents, you start bringing some money in, you start communicating in a certain way. That's a happy, healthy, spiritual multimillionaire. You have a certain energy about you in a certain home foundation, energetic foundation, happy, healthy, spiritual multimillionaire. You have the creative expression for it, happy, healthy, and you just go around and around till eventually, all of a sudden, you're fully embodied. We talk about it a lot lately because it's like you're not trying to move your physical reality, you are trying to reshape your identity so that your external reality does in fact change. Right now, my identity is not necessarily a person that has a yacht and a condo for when I don't want to be on the yacht, my partner and I. However, I'm shaping that identity and I know that that will be a future of ours. It has to be. It just has to be. Because that is our focus, right? Well, now the sun is in my eyes. Oh, you guys. Oh, wrong way. That was really in my eyes. Okay, sorry. Jump scare. Jump scare. All right. VIP Deborah says, question, are Pisces and Gemini compatible? Hey, I6885, I don't know if you are the one who left me a comment on my most recent video, but I did a Pisces and Gemini compatibility video. It's actually the very first video, because I just looked this up this morning. It's the very first video in the Zodiac compatibility playlist. So go there to my playlist and click video number 1. You can learn all about Gemini and Pisces. Every sign is compatible. If you are healed and you are working with somebody who is also healed, then you are compatible. It does not matter what your zodiac sign is, because you're both healed, which means you are both self-aware. You're both living in the highest frequency. So yeah, I mean, of course you're compatible. Gone V, I have no idea. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. How to shape the identity without a yacht, though? Well, that's just the one I've chosen, right? That's the experience that I want for my life. Why? Because we're both water signs. We like to be free and floating around. We're like pool people through and through. But what's the identity you want to shape? You have to choose that for yourself. I don't know. What's your identity? Like you've got to give me more clues than that. It could be anything. You could want like 100 acres of farmland. Well, then you need to start acting like somebody who has 100 acres of farmland. If you have 100 acres of farmland, for example, what would you need? You would probably need a staff, especially if you're going to like farm the land. If you just want it, okay. But if you're actually going to farm it, you probably need like workers for sure. You probably need a barn. You probably need to find the land. So you start searching for the land on the internet, right? And that's step 1. It's just starting to see what's out there. And by doing that, you tell the universe, God, source, universe, creator, hey, I'm serious about this because now I'm searching for my land. And then you start to act like that person. That one's challenging for me because honestly, like it's so far removed from whatever I desire because owning 100 acres of land seems like a lot of work and I do not want to work. VIP Dubber says, with your man, you're fasting. You're fasting. I love that I met you, Lindsay. You enable me to do all this. I didn't know. With your man, you're manifesting maybe? I love that I met you, Lindsay. VIP Deborah, you didn't know how to do it? You didn't know you could do it? You were capable of it? Every single person listening right now, you are a master manifester. You came to this planet and you would not have been like allowed in otherwise. Right? Remember Bob Proctor teaches us we are the only creatures that are like disoriented in our own environment, in our own economy. Why? Because we have the ability to create what it is we desire. Birds have to go live in the trees. That's where they live. I mean, for the most part, like let's not get crazy technical here. This is a very simple example. Fish live in the water. That's where they live. They don't have the opportunity to say, well, I want to go live on a yacht. I want to live in a cottage, in a little brick cottage that's cozy on a rolling hill in wine country. I dream of this little brick cottage, you guys, like it's in my brain. It's cozy. Mostly I wear sweatshirts and jeans there and like maybe a little cute boot, a cowgirl boot or something. Maybe I even have a cowgirl hat. I don't know. VIP Aaron always makes me a cowboy. I could be a cowgirl, right? And it's on a rolling hill and it's cute. It's quaint. It's not a mansion. I do not want big houses because I don't want to take care of that crap. And I don't like people in my space, which means I don't want a staff. I just don't. Like sometimes we might have to hire a captain to captain us to like a far distance on our yacht, but that's like about the extent of it. I just don't do like a lot of people in my space. So I don't ever want big houses, which would be odd because you would say, well, if you have the funds for it, why wouldn't you want it? And I would just say, because I just don't. Big houses are lonely and there is a lot of echoing and I like cozy, right? Gonvey. Perfect. Yes, you began answering my question. I see. I have to take the steps. Well, yeah, in order to manifest, the law of action says you have to take action. So you're not going to be able to win at life or get unstuck if you don't actually do what it is take the actions toward what it is you want. Now, the very interesting thing that most people don't realize is you don't need to do a lot of actions all at once. It's actually quite chaotic if you do. And what's going to happen is you're going to miss one of these actions in your grand plan to change your entire reality. And you're going to start to feel guilt or shame or whatever, frustration, and then you're going to give up too soon. So you pick one action. What is it? If you wanted a ton of farmland, you probably need money to buy it. I don't know if you have the money for it. If you already have the money for it, then that's not the action. Maybe the action is going to find a landowner that wants to sell land. Or maybe it's understanding and learning about if you have water on your land, do you have the rights to that water or is it the government's water? Like there's a lot of things just in buying land. So I don't really know if we're staying with this example where exactly you would be at, but say it's just an idea in your brain and you just started learning about it. Well, I would learn about it. I would get money for it. And then that might mean like picking up another job. That might mean posting on social media. That might mean like creating a passive income side hustle type of business, whatever, right? VIP Deborah says, yes, man, manifesting, I didn't know how, and you taught me that. Oh, okay, got it. I taught you how to manifest. Yeah, it's very simple once you figure it out, right? So that's okay. Your mic is not working for you. That's okay, VIP Deborah. You got it. Stairs hurt my knees. VIP Jamie says, well, then you will need a house, VIP Jamie, with an elevator, you see. There are yachts with elevators. There are houses with elevators. It's not that uncommon. It's just that probably you don't go in them often, right? So there's that. Or you could get like, say you could buy a penthouse. I always thought like if I was going to get a big house, if I was going to do like a big house vibe, it would be a penthouse, top floor, high-rise building, nice city, and I would just be living my best life. And that would be that. And nobody would know I lived there, by the way. Nobody would know that. I like to keep things a little bit mystery, like, I don't know. My moon is in the 12th house. What do you expect? I'm all about a one-story home, VIP Jamie says. Yeah, my dad's the same way. Gonvey says, you've helped me realize I thought I wanted land. Now, not so much. Oh, no. Well, maybe you want 3 acres of land, 5 acres of land. Or you would still get 100 acres of land, but you're just maintaining 7 acres of the land, right? So look, this is just an example. There's many ways this could go. People want so many different things. My partner wants land, just kind of land, and then maybe to build a house on it. A big house that fits our family. So if like everything like really went awry in the world, all of our family could live in this house together. That's like one of his things, like homestead vibes. Me, like, no. I don't want to do that, but also like it doesn't bother me. Like, okay, if that's one of your dreams, we can add it to the list. Me, I want the little cottage on the hill. I also think the boat is a good idea, but I need to get off the boat. I think I would get like a little stir crazy. I don't really know. I have to experience it to know what the right answer is. But it doesn't matter. I don't have to freak myself out. I can still just manifest the boat. And then I manifest the boat. We live on the boat for maybe 6 months, and then we live on land for 6 months, or we're docked for most of the time, but then we go on a little trip to like a little island where we anchor for a week or something, and then we go back to the dock, and like from the dock we have like a little golf cart, or I always wanted a Vespa, so a little Vespa, and we bounce around to the little shops, and we have lunch and whatever on our Vespa, and then we go back to the boat, and like that's our house, and it just kind of floats on the water. I don't know. I mean, there's a billion ways, right? And if I hated it so much, then I would just sell it. Just sell the boat, right? It's not that big of a deal. By the way, yachts are not that expensive, not as expensive as one might think. For a brand new yacht, yes, you're gonna pay a pretty penny. It's just like buying a brand new sports car. But if you were to buy a brand new sports car, which is basically still brand new, say you buy a sports car that's 5 years old, and it only has 20,000 miles on it. It's basically brand new because most people don't have a sports car as their everyday car. They have the sports car plus, right? But by then, it's depreciated so low that it's like basically buying like a brand new normal car. That's basically how yachts work. So it's really not that expensive. You can get a nice yacht for under $1 million. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Cosmic beyond the firmament own a planet. Yeah, I guess, maybe. Do I have videos on how to manifest? Luna Murata, I do have a couple of videos on my YouTube channel on how to manifest, and I also have a manifestation playlist on my TikTok, so you can scroll through those videos. I have 2 manifestation videos that are really like focused on manifestation on my YouTube, but I'm building my YouTube out, right? So my TikTok is moving and grooving, and now my next manifestation is I'm becoming a paid YouTuber. Where am I at in that cycle? I would say I'm probably in house number 6. Work and health routines, creation routines, my routine around how do I create a powerful YouTube video that people want to watch. That's what I'm learning right now. I'm working with a coach, he's teaching me. And then I'll go off on my own, and then my videos will start to flow, and then pretty soon I'll have a really nice built up channel. Okay. VIP Brenda says, I'm learning here as well. Buy the land, leave all the trees. Amen to that, girl. Yeah, I think save the trees for sure. VIP Jamie, you weren't with me when we have a lot of trees around our house, our apartment, and they hit the windows because they're so big. And we were getting a lot of storms last summer, and I was like, this tree could like literally crash through the window. So I asked the maintenance people, can you please come just like just trim this branch. So I learned how to trim trees with a lady I used to work with. Like, this is so random, but she told me how to do it pretty. She was like, you don't cut down all of them, you leave like like it's beautiful, you have to look at the art of the tree. These guys just came in with their song like, and I was like, oh my god, I almost cried. I was like, what did I do? But then the next weekend a storm came, and like literally we probably would have lost a window. So I was like, okay, like, anyway. Save the trees, I agree. VIP Erin says, bigger house for the fam. Lindsay has her cottage on the hill overlooking the homestead. Now we're talking, VIP Erin. Gonde says, I enjoy your honesty and energy. In this case, can we manifest our spiritual gifts? Yeah, that's an interesting question. Now I'm a little bit like, no. Manifesting spiritual gifts, maybe. It's a journey. Just like manifesting is a journey, you can manifest anything. So if you want to manifest your spiritual gifts, then the one action you would take is meditating every single day. Every single day. I don't care about your journal. I don't care about your grounding. I don't care about whatever. You will calm down your mind, and you will manifest at least 10 to 15 minutes every single day. And then all of a sudden you will be very spiritually connected. You'll start to heal your chakra system and get an energetic flow. And thank you about my honesty, because I do really pride myself on being very transparent. It was, as many of you know, one of the kind of like oaths. I called an oath because I don't know what else to call it. It's like I had to take this oath when I woke up, and they were like, you're going to do XYZ, but you have got to always tell the truth. And I was like, okay, I will do this. I can do this. VIP Deborah says, okay, you can tell your partner house big enough for all of us and you can have the little cottage. I'm being funny this morning. Yes, you are. Everyone's in a good mood this morning. I love it. Lala says, love your transparency. Luna says, are you, oh, I'm sorry, Luna. Yes, I am under I am Lindsay with love. I am Lindsay with love. Sorry, I guess that would have been helpful. Thanks for checking me out. And if you want, subscribe to my channel. I'm really working hard on building it out. It's a process, slower than I expected the process to be, but I'm doing it in a way I think that is going to be very beneficial. I'm setting the foundation. It takes a little bit of time. I was telling my man last night, we were having dinner, I was like, you know what? Can you believe I've been working with my YouTube coach for already 25 days? 25 days. And he's like, yeah, how's it going? I was like, I'm ready to, I really appreciate what I've learned and his partnership and his honesty and his collaboration and him helping me. But I feel a little bit like I'm like the flame under the bushel, and I just am like, let me go. I need to fly out of the nest. I'm ready. And I think I got it, right? Because I'm a quick learner. So he was laughing at me. He's like, yeah, of course. You don't like people telling you what to do. I was like, nope. Oh, Omi, how do you say your name? Oh, that's not right. Buying the government to delete money. Okay. Lala says, have you listened to the soundtrack for Golden Pond? It is so relaxing. I have no idea what Golden Pond is. VIP Aaron says, you were live during that. I remember, so sad. Yeah, and then they also cut down all the trees in front of our place and never put any new ones in, which I asked them. I was like, are you going to plant new ones? And they just kind of ignored me. Awesome. Because the storms were so strong last year with that hurricane that all the trees got really uprooted. They're little trees, but they're very like full, right? They're abundant trees, but they're kind of skinny trunks. So they got uprooted, unfortunately. And they were like, yeah, if these trees fall and people were in big trouble. I was like, yeah, okay. Petal and Pose, welcome to the chat. Hey girl, how are you? Good morning. It's Friday, it is. VIP Jamie says, I remember when they redid the road to the lake, I was like 15 and was so upset they cleared the trees. Yeah. Have a great day, Bountiful Healing. Do you have to go? Have a great day as well. On Golden Pond, great movie. I have no idea. VIP Sonia's in the house. VIP Aaron says, back up, beep beep. You haven't seen On Golden Pond? You guys, I will share something that most people are like shocked when I tell them. I do not, almost cannot watch movies. It's very challenging for me. Why? Because I know every single thing that's going to happen. It's actually quite boring to watch a movie for me. It's not entertaining. Most of the time I fall asleep. To this day, I've never seen all of Armageddon. To this day, I have never seen all of Forrest Gump. The very like normal movies that everybody would see the whole thing, I like have not. I don't know. It's not an attention span thing. It's because I can stay super focused and get into like flow states. It is I have strong ass pattern recognition and it is so boring. I think humans have lost their creativity. I don't know. I can't like TV's boring. Even reality shows are getting boring. Reality shows were like my like guilty pleasure because at least it was like maybe something exciting or dramatic was going to happen. And even that, I'm like, this is just like, I've been reading a lot of books lately. A lot of books. I've got to Google it. I can't sit still for most movies. And that says there are movies and actors and so forth that people mention. I'm like, I have no clue. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't usually either movies and TV shows. I don't. I'm the same way. Yeah, I think it's a spiritual thing too. It's like, you know, past it. It's like, this is so like certain okay, so like Soul, is that what it's called? The little cartoon, that's a good one. There's a cartoon where they're the elements and they're falling in love and water and fire fall in love, and that one's cute. I think that's cute because it's like kind of depicts like astrology, which most people don't even realize it's astrology, but it is. So like movies like that, I'm down with. I just don't watch movies. Even Severance, like we started watching Severance because somebody mentioned it one time on my TikTok and they said I look like the girl Helly, and I was like, I don't think I look like her. It's just the red hair. But okay, whatever, I'll take it. And we started watching it and it got so lame. I was like, this is getting so lame. Like they were doing so good and now it's lame. We stopped watching in season 2. I was like, I don't care anymore. I don't care what happens. I already know what's gonna happen. Bye. Maria, she may not have been born. Okay, maybe not. This year's been working. Lala says this year, oh, sorry, McKay Couture, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Lala says this year's been working on speaking with intention, positive building blocks for success with grace under God in perfect ways. Ooh, I love that, Lala. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Elemental. I want to see that. Yeah, Elemental. Super cute. My little nephew was obsessed with it for a while, and like my sister's very mindful about shows he gets to watch. And he is like the best little trooper, and we take him everywhere, which means he's going to like nice dinners. He's going like he just goes everywhere with us. So sometimes we do need a little like distraction so he doesn't like lose his mind, because he's, you know, a toddler sitting around for a 3 hour dinner. That's not very fun. So Elemental was one of them, and we would watch it all the time. Soul, same thing, yeah. Please watch on Golden Pond. This is an older movie. Okay, I will try to watch it. Maybe this weekend. There is another one. I don't think anybody's ever heard this movie besides me, and I don't know why. When I was younger, I saw it when I was like in high school, I think. It became my favorite movie for a long time. It was like the most like, I don't know how to describe it, you guys. It's called Life is a House. Has anybody seen it? Life is a House. And the guy is building a house. Oh my gosh, it's just such a beautiful movie. Maybe because it reminded me of my dad, because he's a carpenter and he used to build houses. And the story is like so sad but so rewarding in a way. Like, I'm just thinking I want to cry, so I'm gonna keep going. We can't talk about that. But it's like, for a long time was one of my favorite movies, and like that's, if I were to say like I know a movie, that's one. Pretty Woman. I know that movie. Everybody knows that movie, right? Bridesmaids, because I mean that's probably the funniest movie that's come out in a long time. Like the last funny movie in my mind, Bridesmaids. So funny. Okay. All right, so let's see. We have a couple minutes. We'll talk about what Tim Denning says, because, you know, I filled up that space. Or maybe we'll just save this, you guys. We're going to go to manifesting. Maybe we'll save this till tomorrow. How about that? Or Monday. How about that? I cry at the Barbie movie. I never saw the Barbie movie. Every time. Petals and Post says, Fonda and who? Fonda and Heffron. VIP Aaron says, okay, wait, two things. First, I'm about to leave, so I can make it to the office before Zoom. Okay, we'll see you there, VIP Aaron. It's gonna be close, but second, while I'm on movies, can we talk about everything, everywhere, all at once? I didn't see that movie, but you can talk about it. I have no idea. But I heard a lot of, like, there was a lot of chatter about that movie, but I never watched it. Also, I don't know, you guys, like, you know, there's this scale around trends, and there's like the there's like the trendsetters, and then there's like the early adapters, and then there's kind of like the middle adapters, and then there's like the late. And when it comes, for whatever reason, to shows, for whatever reason, I think because a lot of people that are really into, and this might be a stereotype of mine, this might just be like a weird belief, but I just feel like a lot of people that spend a lot of time watching TV is because they're not really spiritually connected, and their creativity has not turned on, and so they're just watching TV all day because they're like have nothing better to do. That's kind of how this is my own personal belief, by the way. I don't mean to offend anybody if that's you. I just feel like I'm spiritually awake, so there's a billion things I have to do or I get to do or want to do besides watch TV. So maybe that's part of it too. So when it comes to specifically entertainment as it relates to TV, I'm a very late adapter. Like, it'll be 5 years and I'm just like, I mean, Armageddon, I still have not watched it, you guys. I should probably go. It's just like so far gone. Now I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? It's been 40 years or something. I don't know. 30 years. Funny you should say that. On Golden Pond is father and daughter power dynamics on Intense Love. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe I'll have to watch it. VIP Aaron says, I'm shocked you haven't. It's actually one of the things that made me keep coming back to you. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Also, I feel like entertainment is very much programming, and I'm not letting the government, because I do believe the government rules Hollywood, I'm not letting them control my mind. So call me a little paranoid if you want. That's my own spiritual discernment. So yeah, I'm just not really vibing with the TV shows. I'm not vibing with the movies. They're so boring to me. They're all the same. Also, it's the hero's journey. Every single movie is the hero's journey mixed in with a little bit of a love story. Every single one. Every single one. So boring. It gets so boring after a while. I'm like, okay, first they're in a low, then they're going to go through the high, they're going to fall in love, maybe not, maybe they die at the end, maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. That's why I used to watch a lot of TV. VIP, Katie says, but probably not anymore. Yeah. It makes me cry, Armageddon. I don't know. I hear a lot of people cry Armageddon. VIP Aaron says, I get the TV movie stuff though. I'm in front of a show for 5 hours a month. It would be, if I'm in front of a show for 5 hours a month, it would be a shock, yeah. Sometimes I'll get sucked in and I'll do like, if it's like a weekend and I'm just like, I just need to like, right? Sometimes that's when I'll watch a TV show, but then still it's like reality. Like right now we're watching that silly millionaire mansion game where they're stuck and they have to pretend who's a millionaire or not. It's just game theory. It's silly. I'm watching that. That's like really it. Every single night I just read my books because I'm learning and expanding my mind, and yeah, that's it. Even down to like reading though, every love story is the same, mostly. It's just different characters and a different, like one reads books and one is an art dealer and one is whatever. I don't know. Okay, VIP Deborah says, on Golden Pond has Katharine Hepburn and Henry Fonda and Jane Fonda, his daughter. Oh, and I mean just in front of the TV. Hate it, yeah. Also, I'm not against it, like, if that's what you want to do. Some people are really into it, especially if you're into, like, if you are into, like, creating shows and entertainment, then of course, like, you're probably into it. But I'm not interested in creating that. I'm interested in creating, like, stuff to transform people's lives. And any murder doc for relaxation. Oh, yeah. Oh, just wait, VIP Jamie. Eventually, you're never going to watch those shows again. I used to fall asleep watching Forensic Files when I was, like, still not fully into my spiritual awakening. I used to fall asleep listening to somebody be about their life being taken by somebody else to go to sleep. As soon as I realized what I was doing, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good. So VIP Jamie, I'm not trying to take away your relaxation, but I do the same thing. It's horrid. I do the exact same thing. VIP Brenda says, I like silly. I need to stop thinking of serious things. I just read. Because I'll always fall asleep and my Kindle will hit my face and I'll wake up. I'll be like, oh, I guess I'm done reading that page. All right, you guys, let's go over to VIP only manifesting and energetic wave. To my Cosmic Collective members, we're meeting at 10 o'clock live on Zoom. If you are interested in joining me inside a Discord community, if you're interested in learning spiritually from me, if you're interested in learning life transforming things from me, if you're interested in hanging out with super powerful, empowered people who are also changing their lives, then join the Cosmic Collective. Typically, you're going to change your life in multiple different ways, but it's going to involve your health, your wealth, and your relationships. So if you are interested in any of that, click the link in my bio, lindsaywithlove.com, and you can go right to my website where it will give you everything that I offer. Energy healing courses, astrology reports, joining my community, joining the Manifesting Club, becoming a Reiki master, if that's what you want to do, being attuned through me. It's a super powerful course, all online. And you go all the way up to master, which means you can teach and you can distant heal. It's a very beautiful course for only $333. So for all of that, check out lindsaywithlove.com. Sonia says, I like Friends for background noise. VIP Jamie says, no, but really, it's the only murder docs at night. Mindless cartoons in the day. Yeah, isn't that weird? Food for thought, VIP Jamie. All right, you guys, we're going to switch over. Goodbye to my YouTubers. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys back on Monday.